The presentation in this video are personal viewpoints of the speaker and do not reflect official policy or views of the Department of Defense or any of the U.S. military services. Thank you for taking the time to watch this short video. I'm Chris Reardon, the founder and director of Freedom Fitness America, an organization made of military members and veterans dedicated to facilitating training for military professionals that will enable them to be fit for the fight in life, namely physically, mentally, and spiritually prepared for the violence of combat and tackling the obstacles of everyday life. Now, in order to do this, we are pioneering an intersection between physical fitness, professional and life skills enhancement, and development of the warrior's heart and soul by teaching the values and skills of fitness, faith, family, finances, and freedom. Our methodology is fitness by operators for operators, which essentially means that our programs are run for service members, by service members, and veterans. We're able to do this by providing video conferencing coaching to military unit leaders on how to implement our programs. Now, before I continue on about our organization, I want to provide a little background about myself. I graduated from the U.S. Naval Academy in 2007 to become a U.S. Marine Corps officer with now almost 13 years of active duty service, which includes 3 overseas deployments, and I'm about to do my next overseas unaccompanied tour. Now, during my sophomore year at the Academy, I was thinking very hard about deeper questions of life as I prepared myself mentally to lead military members in the service of our country. This included being ready to personally take life or give orders to take human life in an ethical fashion under the authority of our government and face the potential of an untimely death or debilitating injury, along with the burden of possibly leading others in some manner to do the same. Now, during this time, I would meet a new instructor at the Academy and leader in the Officers Christian Fellowship Campus Chapter who was a Marine Corps combat veteran of Operation Iraqi Freedom. Now, I went to discuss what he could tell me what the Bible would say about killing in combat, but instead, he ended up telling me more about what the Bible said about having eternal life through a personal relationship with Jesus Christ, and to which I did respond by surrendering to God's desire for my life. Now, later that summer, I would say yes to God again as I felt the urge to sign my commitment papers and continue on with my military service. Over time, I came to realize that my life's purpose at that time and to the present day was to provide service to my nation in the military while also being a light for God wherever He sent me, both on and off duty. Now, over the next few years, I would passionately pursue that purpose, and starting in 2015, God would reveal to me a new purpose to use my passion for fitness and outdoor adventure, along with the leadership skills and personal connections developed during the course of my career. I was given the vision to put together programs that combine regular physical training, kind of like what you see here in my background, as well as obstacle course adventure races combined with instruction that would help service members be more resilient for the challenges that lay ahead of them. Now, the first event I pioneered toward this new vision was dubbed the Freedom Defense Challenge, which took place in San Diego, California in July 2017. This was a team-building fitness challenge with a live fire stress shoot and had about 50 Marines from my unit showing up. We brought in a guest speaker who spoke out about his experience of brokenness in his personal life following his service as a Marine machine gunner in Vietnam. He spoke on how he overcame these obstacles and provided on the authority of our unit chaplain an absolute message of how his Christian faith helped him effectively manage his PTSD and heal his marriage. Now, the event was a huge success, which encouraged me to continue refining the concept as I moved on to a new duty station in New Orleans. In 2020, after continued program refinement and testing, I was afforded the ability to start a national nonprofit structure for Freedom Fitness America by forging a fiscal sponsorship relationship with Priority Living. This is a Christian-based 501(c) organization, and it specializes in strategic leadership and life mastery training. Now, the primary demographics Freedom Fitness America intends to reach are U.S. military active and reserve personnel, which is approximately 2.5 million people, with a specific focus on the junior enlisted and officer populations targeting millennial as well as Generation Z age groups. Now, from this group, we also intend to reach civilian audience as well. Our directors and instructor staffs will focus on bringing real, relevant, practical solutions to the issues of the warrior heart and mind, especially inherent in the context of military service and daily life, to include suicide, suffering from post-traumatic stress, moral injury, etc. We're also going to seek to develop the appropriate professional personalized skills necessary to be personally ready to withstand the violence of combat and tackling the everyday challenges of life. Furthermore, we will provide optional training concerning the Christian faith, where we will make available the principles, claims, as well as stories found in the Bible to provide comprehensive and authoritative answers to the deepest issues of the soul that military personnel, especially, but all people must grapple with in peace and war. These issues include, but are not limited to, When is it appropriate to take human life? How do we reconcile the best and worst of humanity, particularly found in war? How do we make peace with the uncertainties of this life? How do we find hope and courage in trials and sufferings to especially include the threat of death, injury, or personal loss? And then ideally we want to help people understand best practices for relating to fellow men and women, as well as ultimately to their Creator. Now the 4 concepts used to accomplish our vision are called the Freedom Box, Freedom Assault Course, Freedom Nation, and the Freedom Crucible. The Freedom Box is simply a program where small unit leaders are trained to facilitate regular guided video discussions, likely on a weekly basis, for the military members under their leadership, which are designed to increase their professional and personal resiliency. The Freedom Assault Course is a unit-driven, competitive adventure race team-building challenge that ties in more robust video training with basic professional skills and obstacles for small units to navigate. The Freedom Nation concept is similar to the Freedom Box, differing only in that service members lead civilians through a workout and follow-on discussion experience. Similarly, the Freedom Crucible is an adventure race run by service members for civilians. Thus, not only do we help service members develop personally, but we afford them an opportunity to connect better with their communities with a bonus of inspiring their community to achieve new levels of leadership and resiliency. Now in 2020, we hope to train at least 12 battalion or squadron-sized units, so about 1,000 people per unit across the country in various service branches to implement the Freedom Fitness America program for upwards of 12,000 personnel. Every year, we intend to multiply this by a factor of 12 to take our initial leaders and have them become coaches for new units. By doing this, our hope is that by 2023, we will expand our reach to a target audience of almost 2 million service members. Now that you have been provided an overview of what we intend to accomplish, I would like to let you in on some ways that you can become part of the movement we are leading. The first step is to become a prayer partner. By stepping up to be a prayer partner, we would send you regular updates via email of our efforts and look to have you contribute spiritual fire support where we are conducting outreach. The next thing we need is assistance with getting the word out about our organization. You can do this by facilitating connections you have with the military you have, so we can expand our ability to reach more units. Now, part of our ability to expand the organization also includes subscribing to our YouTube channel, liking our Facebook page, liking us on Instagram, and checking out our LinkedIn, as well as ultimately subscribing to our email distribution so we could share all the information we have with other potential supporters. And we need your help doing that. As we push out new video and written content, this basically expands our reach as you help us get this reach. Now lastly, we need financial supporters. We are looking at monthly donors to give $25, $40, or $100 a month. $25 provides funding to edit 1 weekly video for our YouTube channel, Shoot, Move, Communicate, which is our primary content distribution platform. $40 funds the cost of initial outreach to a unit, and a 12-month pledge of $100 per month fully funds our ability to implement our programs in a unit over the course of a year for less than $1 per service member per year. That's an amazing return on investment. Now, we desire your partnership and assistance in enlisting others in this cause as well. So I ask that you prayerfully consider how you may help us. With that, thank you for taking out this time of your day. I know your time is valuable, but remember, land of the free because of the brave.